I want to welcome you guys to Royalty Kings and Queens radio show. It goes down in a very special way. We own 3 radio networks. One is WMQG, the second one is A&R Radio, and the third one is E100. Just picked up a couple weeks ago, but I'm excited because we start to branch out and to be able to touch actors, models, DJs, the whole nine, just to make sure that you're in the mood. Right now, I'm with my special guest, DJ Trey Bills. How you doing,
What's happening, man? What's happening, bro? You alright?
Yes, sir. This has been a lovely day, even though it's been a weird day. But it's been a lovely day. Really, pretty much put everything productive and in spin. So, let everybody know where you're from.
From the ATL, man, all day. Grady, baby, all day. Piece up, A-Town down, all day.
Okay.
You understand me?
Yes, sir. So, how did you get started with DJ? Was it something that just fell in your lap, or
No.
just something that you learned from someone else through the training, or how did it work out for you?
Yeah, I saw that was a man. Shouts out first of all to Mars Brown College, man. Mars Brown College who raised me, man, made me what I am today in the music world, man. So shouts out to Prop. He's gone and dead. He's dead and gone, but you know what? His legacy lives forever in all of us who was out there at Mars Brown music program at Mars Brown. So shouts out to him. But man, there's a couple of legends that I gotta give. You know, you gotta give proper what proper's due, right?
Exactly. Yes,
So man, you know, shouts out to my man DJ Smooth, Decatur's finest,
Okay.
who was a pioneer in this DJ game under Edward J, King of Edward J.
Okay. Yeah.
If y'all know anything about Edward J, if you're from Atlanta, man, you got to be from Atlanta to know about King Edward J and the mixtapes.
Okay.
Where they had actually cassette tapes back then. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
And you had your mix and you put it in your little rabbit or back then your Cutlass or whatever you riding on.
Okay.
And you bumping your stuff.
Exactly.
You know, little Key Sweat, you may be young but you're ready.
Right.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
That part. Yeah.
All of that. You feel me, man? So
Yes,
I'm A-Town all day, East Side, Decatur, by way of Decatur, man.
Okay.
All day, man. But my start came from a couple of DJs, man, that said, hey, listen, man, if you're going to hang around us, bro, you're going to learn how to do this thing. You feel me?
Exactly.
So, got to the point to where, man, I was hanging around. I felt like the Lone Ranger. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, you had Lone Ranger, had Tonto at least, but I ain't had nobody. I'm just sitting there looking at everybody doing what they doing. These boys making money, man. I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? I think I can do this thing, but it's a little harder than what people think it is. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, man, but I stuck in there, man. Shouts out to DJ Smooth, like I say, DJ Smurf, man. The boy DJ Smurf, man. My man, who went to school with me, DJ Nab, shouts out, man. Watch DJ Nab's many days over there at the Northern Exposure over downtown, man, over there for Peach Street, man. And you know, it was a lot of DJs, DJ Taz, my homeboy DJ Taz, man. A lot of pioneers who were before me that inspired me to do what I do, man. You feel me?
Exactly. I'm glad that you mentioned them because I listened to all them DJs. Yeah, we still was bumping either in the club or at the park, recreation, somewhere. We was bumping the DJ because the DJ plays a very important part in what we do in society. You know, a lot of people may had a stressful day. We just know that we got a great DJ in here. He's gonna mix it up, and you know he's gonna get us excited. He's gonna have us enjoy ourselves from the start to finish. Now, if you have met a DJ that didn't do that, then you may have to fire the DJ. but I'm glad that you was able to work with these pioneer guys over a period of time, and they really showed you some things and all that great stuff. So I know that you mentioned Mars Brown. Was that a college that you went to?
Oh yeah, so Mars Brown all day, man. Mars Brown. Shouts out to Mars Brown, man. Taught me a lot, man. Taught me how to be a man. You know what I'm saying? For real. It gave me the tools I needed to succeed in whatever I was doing. Be a business, which I am a business owner. But it taught me a whole bunch of who I was, man. Exactly. Who I was in society. You know, I could have gone to any college, but I chose an HBCU because that was who I am. I needed to know who I was. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So I know you noticed we had Freaknik a long time ago.
Oh man. I was a big part of that. Shouts out to all the guys that started Freaknik, man, and the history of Freaknik, man. I don't want to go into the long, drawn-out story about that Freaknik, but what people don't realize is that Freaknik was an economic change for Atlanta. I can proudly say, being a part of that, man, we brought $86 million into the city within 3 days. 3 days, 3 days. Black people brought $86 million into the cities, and this was back in the early 90s. So can you imagine what it would be if we had Freaknik the way it was now, today, and the economic power that we would have as a people, man? Because let's face it, we are the most, we're the most consuming. We consume the most, we spend the most, but we don't have anything. So why is that?
Right.
Why is that? That's a problem, and that's because we don't know how to we don't know the value of money and how to spend inside of our communities and to spend with one another. Exactly. So if you think about it, if our money generated within our neighborhood for a week, how much more prosperous of a neighborhood would we have in South DeKalb? How much more prosperous of a neighborhood would we have in Greenbrier? How much more prosperous would we be in the Riverdale area, College Park, Forest Park, all the black areas that we possess, and for that West End. Let's say we can't forget the West End. So I mean, and all these towns, Freaknik, actually all the Freaknik money that was being spent in those cities, in West End, Greenbrier, South DeKalb, and you saw a lot of entrepreneurs who was just, if they nothing else was selling T-shirts. How many you had? I'm quite sure you had a Freaknik T-shirt. Man.
Oh yeah, I did.
I'm quite sure you had a Freaknik T-shirt, man. I mean, you had to get that Freaknik T-shirt. You feel me? And I'm quite sure there was some babies being made of Freaknik too. We won't talk about that.
We can talk about that. I noticed that you mentioned these malls and stuff. Not many malls made it.
Yeah.
We had Shannon Mall that did.
That's right. That's right.
But I know that they was talking about most amount of years about getting rid of West End, get rid of Greenbrier.
South DeKalb was on the chopping block.
Was on the list. Yeah. But they still running operation, and that's the thing that I really love about these malls. They still run operation. We still go to the malls and stuff. I'd be telling people, yeah, they used to have this, and they was like, somebody had asked me one time before, did they have Riches? Did they have Macy's? Said, yeah, they had all of that. And they was like, why they don't got it now? Hey, they
Sears, JCPenney.
Right, JCPenney's, yeah.
Now I'm telling my age now, but I'm gonna really put y'all out there, man. I'm not ashamed, man. I'm very grateful, man. The Lord has blessed me to see this December I'll be 50. Okay. So God has really blessed me to see, the Atlanta change, and be a part of that change. Being part of the DJ culture, it plays a major part, man. I don't know if y'all remember. Anybody know anything about Atlanta know about Yeeky?
Oh yeah, Yeeky, yeah.
All right. So I mean, I used to dance with a group called 911 out of Decatur. So you know what I'm saying? And, we used to Yeeky, and there was people don't realize that you had Yeeking, and then you had shaking it up. What a dude behind you, he was shaking you up. So I mean, that's Atlanta history. Yeah. People don't even realize that a lot of the dances come out of Atlanta. Yeah. Bankhead bounce, all that. Now everybody up in New York, bankhead, rag topping, all of that. They was in, because you was at the pool palace.
Oh yeah,
the pool palace. Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? That they had their own little dance out there.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That don't that Laffy Taffy stuff came from. That's the pop your finger, do your step.
Snap your fingers. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Yeah, but yeah, that's why when you tell people about the culture now, as far as the music and how evolved now, they like, y'all listen to that kind of stuff. I said, well, how you think the Soulja Boys came behind it? And,
that's right.
And it was another group, Pop Off Boys. They came off behind it with the whole Batman kind of stuff, and I mean they came right behind it, but it was already in the vicinity already. And so people should really try to bring the flavor back and everything. And so that's the thing that I like about it. And then, like we had mentioned about Freaknik, when they had Uncle Luke, try to run it through here, but it's not the same.
Come on, man, it ain't the same. You know what?
I'm
gonna tell you something. We were back in the 90s. I don't know if y'all remember. 95 was probably the last year the Freaknik was what it was. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Because and I'm gonna say I was part of it because I was part of it. I was one of the ones who helped to get that thing started. Word of mouth is what it was.
Yeah.
Anytime you bring 450 to 60,000 people into your city, and you shut down 285, 85,
right.
20,
It did.
75, you shut it down. It was nothing but a party. The whole city was a party. Nobody can go nowhere. You understand? You got out your car, you gave this man something to drink, and y'all partied together. No matter whether he was from New York, New Jersey, wherever he was from, you partied right there. And when everybody decided they wanted to go, for somehow or another, the traffic loosened up. All the people went home.
Yep.
Explain that to me.
Okay.
Not one incident. They try to say it was incidents, but I can tell you, man, that they did that because you got to understand. Anytime you got economics involved, we talking about millions involved, then the government want their hands on it. All right.
And during that time, we had Mayor Bill Campbell.
Bill Campbell. Yeah, we had Joe Frank Harris, Governor Joe Frank Harris, and Bill Campbell at the time, and they pretty much said, hey, listen, if you guys won't stop it, we'll stop it. So what they did is they put state patrol on every exit, so you couldn't get off the exit. You understand?
Yeah.
Made people frustrated. People run out of gas. They have their cars towed, stuff like that. So guess what? The people are not going to come back after that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They had a bad experience, right? But if you have a good experience, you're going to come back year after year after year. And I can clearly tell you, man, I'm gonna be doing seminars on the economics of Freaknik, man, and what it really truly means.
Exactly.
For $86 million to be spent in a city, and the only thing that the city get is the taxes from the hotel sales.
Yeah.
Where did all the other money go?
Right.
You think they want you to have that?
Nope.
Okay. So we got to stop it, right?
Yeah.
We got to stop it because we don't have our hands in it. It's not illegal, but what was illegal that we blocked it. We blocked it. We couldn't help the traffic block itself.
Oh yeah.
We couldn't help none of that. Nope. We can't stop people from driving, and then there's a traffic jam. Can you stop 285 from being a traffic jam right now?
Nope.
So,
sure can.
So man, I mean, I'm glad that I was a part of that, man, and a part of a staple in Atlanta history.
Absolutely. I noticed that we've been dealing with this pandemic, since March. Has it slowed you down, or has it made you stronger?
Made me better, man.
Okay, that's what.
Let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna lay y'all on some game. Anytime the government say that we gonna pay you for being in trouble, take advantage of it. I made more money in the pandemic than I made in my entire time of working.
Okay.
And it was legit because I had businesses. So the businesses got in trouble, right?
Right.
They paid me because the business got in trouble.
Right.
Now, would I have made that money if the business had not been in trouble, if there hadn't been a pandemic?
Right.
Probably not.
Right.
So I took my money and I put it to great use. I bought top-notch equipment. I started doing my sets online and bringing in people to that way, giving them an out to hear some good music and just forget that they're having to stay inside all this time. So no, it did not hurt me, brother.
That's a great thing, man, because I noticed that folks that were pretty much interviewed, they said it never stopped them. It made them creative. It made them stronger. It made you think outside the box on a lot of things. So I'm glad that it did. I'm glad that it did that for you, because some people just be stuck in that bubble and they just be like, oh man, what am I doing? I don't know what to do. I'm so afraid. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But the thing about it is, just pretty much with you standing strong and you knew what outlets you had to take in order for you to be successful. So I commend you for that, because not many people not really thinking. Some hit them, some hit them. Instead of them standing like the Statue of Liberty and just let it go by them. You're gonna stand strong as long as you have the capability to know where you want to go with this thing.
That's right. You have to have a vision. Without a vision, how can you be focused?
Right.
Without focus, then you're going to run into something.
Yeah.
If you run into something, then it can be chaotic for you.
Exactly.
Chaos brings confusion.
Okay.
So man, it's just a line of things. You have to be focused. You have to have a vision. You have to know where you're going. You have to know what you're doing.
Right.
In order to be successful. So.
Exactly. I noticed on my radio station we've been talking about this whole voting thing. Some people take it serious, some people are not taking it serious. Based on this whole presidential debate going down. So, what are your intakes about this whole voting thing?
I think everybody has the right to choose their way. My way may not be your way. What I feel a candidate might do for me may not be the same of what you need.
Right.
So I say, you vote for who best suits you. And what you think is going to be best suited for your lifestyle and for your family's lifestyle. So, like I say, man, remember how did you the way I voted is the way I voted. That's why it's called personal. That's why they got little walls up there, so you can personally go and cast your vote, and nobody knows nothing unless you open your mouth and say it. So, hey, I do tell people though, however, do go vote. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that your voice is heard. If you don't make sure your voice is heard, then you have no reason to complain.
Yeah. And, because we've been seeing that over multiple amount of years. People complaining, man. I was like, well, won't you run then? Won't you run for president?
That's right.
You think you can make it better?
That's
because
right.
the thing about it is, because I understand that Trump, talked about Obama and stuff like that. But the thing about it is, it's only so much Obama can do. I mean, what you need to be looking at besides the president is the U.S. Senate.
That's right. That's
looking at the House
things.
of Representatives. You need to be looking at them, who you bringing in the House. Because if you bring the wrong person in the House, what you think is going to happen? The same thing. So that's what people really need to be looking at. It's okay to have presidents all dressed up in suits and and tell some great background stories of what they went through, to get to this point. But if you don't have the people that's behind it, behind the scenes and stuff, you don't get them. If you don't vote them people in, then you're gonna have a chaotic mess. So
you're right.
So of course, you have to know. You got to know who you're voting for at all times. I always say, do your due diligence, do your education, learn about these people. Don't just choose these people just because you want to choose them. Know why you choose them.
That's right. There's a word called being insane.
Yeah.
What does insane mean? Doing the same thing, expecting a different result.
Exactly.
So my thing is, are you insane?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Are you insane? If you expecting something different, then you got to go make a difference. You can't say, "Hey man, I want a better government," but you don't vote. Yeah. Hey man, hey, I want a new car, but you don't go pay for it.
Yeah.
You ain't that car ain't coming off that lot to your house.
Okay.
You understand? So you got to go pay for that car, right?
Exactly.
And in that, you make a change. You go out, you work for what you want, you get what you need, and it's now in your driveway. That BMW 745 series is in your car, in your driveway,
right?
Because you made a change.
Yep.
A lot of people don't understand that mindset is another thing. Your mindset has to be different. Your mindset has to be to the point to where you say, you know what? Because it's a setting of the mind. I have set my mind to think that I'm stupid. So guess what? I'm going to be stupid.
Yeah.
I have set my mind to say that, hey, listen, I'm going to go hang with intelligent people. So if I only hang with intelligent people, what are you going to be? You can't be stupid.
No.
Because they're intelligent.
Yep.
If you're stupid, then guess what? You're not going to be around them long anyway because they're intelligent.
Exactly.
So our mindsets dictate where we go and how we do. So, absolutely.
I honestly feel you on that because when I had read this book by Joyce Myers called The Battlefield of the Mind, and you know how sometimes you look at things one-sided, but you be like, man, there's multiple sides to the story.
That's
just
right.
long as you do what's necessary for you to get to where you need to be. And I just wondered to myself, I said, man, sometimes we be fighting what we be going through in the mind instead of just thinking out loud of what we want to see ourselves to be successful. And you just can't be one-sided, and you can't, about everything. You just got to look at all sides of what's going to make you stand out, what's going to make you grow, what's going to make you be able to lay a solid foundation. So I really feel like that's something that you really covered in greater details, for the people to really know and all that great stuff.
Well, there's a saying. If you're the biggest thing in your circle, you need a new circle.
Okay.
You need a new circle. If you're the biggest thing in your circle, which means everything else is underneath you, then you need a new circle because you have no room to grow.
Exactly.
Who's going to help you grow?
Exactly. Yeah. Most definitely. You're right about that. Yeah, that's why they said keep the squares out your circle.
That's right.
Absolutely. So, man, it's always a pleasure, man, to have you here on Royalty Kings and Queens radio show. We interview a lot of great special guests all the time, and just really hear what they have on their heart and what they want to do, progress going forward. So it's always a pleasure to have you on this radio show and everything.
Thank you.
Anytime that you want us to come back and whatever new project, whatever new inventions that you may have going on, just let us know.
Well, I do want to tell the people, man. I got two mixtapes that are out right now, man. That's running the charts up right now. One is called The Love Potion.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it's just that y'all can catch it. You can catch it on YouTube.
Okay.
In its entirety. It's also on mixtape.com. As a matter of fact, shouts out to mixtape.com. Mixtape.com is running up the charts right now. And they are just they so much that they emailed me and asked me when I was going to put out Love Potion number 2.
Okay.
So because the response is so great, people are really, really enjoying that. So I tell you, go and check that out with you and your lady, man. You and your lady.
Absolutely.
If you don't have a lady, with your guy or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Go check it out.
Absolutely.
It's called The Love Potion. And then I have Pimps of the Industry. Pimps of the Industry is just that. A lot of down south pimp type ish. I'm keeping it clean. Some pimp type ish. You know, you got your Outkast. Pimp C.
Pimp C, yeah.
All them boys that whole Texas flavor, that whole Memphis flavor, that whole Atlanta flavor. Because Outkast said it better, man. He in Atlanta, we slam Cadillac doors, man.
Okay, yeah, Cadillac doors.
Pimping hoes and slamming Cadillac doors. So I mean, that's what the brothers in Atlanta do.
Okay.
Pimp the hoes and slam Cadillac doors. So I mean, you know what I'm saying. So I mean, that's real pimp stuff, man.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I mean, I went back and I pulled all that old stuff together, man, and put together and made it mine and made it the way I wanted to make it. And that's also climbing the charts, man. So y'all go back and check that out. It's also on YouTube under my YouTube at DJ Trey Trey Bills like money. You understand?
Absolutely.
DJ Trey Bills. If y'all want to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me at DJ Trey Bills, Trey Bills like money. And then on Twitter, it's official DJ Trey Bills, man. I'm excited, man, about the projects that are coming. I just shouts out to my man Pastor Troy. I just did a big concert with Pastor Troy just the past Saturday. Got to bring him onto the stage. Shouts out to Peter Pablo, who I also got to do the concert with. I opened up for these guys, man, and it was amazing. You know what I'm saying? It was amazing. Shouts out to the Oxfest. Shouts out to Coco Filipina. And I definitely got to shout out my team, if you don't mind.
Oh, absolutely.
Man, shouts out to She Robinson, man, one of the greatest publicists on the earth, man. Shouts out to Angela. You know who you are, man. Salute to y'all up there in Carolina, man. Angela all day, every day, man. From the Carolinas to the A. Shouts out to everybody at Tangy. You guys, man, thank y'all so much for having me, man, because without a platform like you guys, nobody would ever, you know what I'm saying, you can only expand so far. Without a platform, you can go much, much further than that. So thank you all for that, man.
No problem. You guys heard it here first on Royalty Kings and Queens radio show. Y'all make sure that y'all follow the links that's here on this banner. And make sure that y'all check out the radio show every Sunday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on E100. Follow every Monday on Artist Network Radio from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. And WMQG Radio from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Talk about love, relationships, pretty much everything under the sun, even the juicy topics. And from here, live here in the studio, with DJ Trey Bills, we're out of here.
Hey, peace.